Google does not have to sell Chrome. Waymo's next stops for its robotaxis are Denver and Seattle. And Disney will pay $10 million to settle an FTC complaint that it collected children's data on YouTube. It's Wednesday, September 3rd, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. A federal judge ruled yesterday that Google will not have to divest its Chrome browser, but will have to change some of its business practices. The ruling comes more than a year after this same judge ruled that Google had acted illegally to maintain a monopoly in Internet search. Following the ruling last year, the Department of Justice had proposed that Google should be forced to sell Chrome. But in a 230-page decision, Judge Amit Mehta said the government had overreached in its request. Google will, however, no longer be permitted to strike exclusive deals around the distribution of Search, Google Assistant, Gemini, or Chrome. For example, Google cannot require device makers to preload its apps in order to get access to the Play Store. It also cannot condition revenue-sharing arrangements on the placement of its apps. But Google will be able to continue to pay partners like Apple for preloading Search and other apps into their products. Mehta said that ending these arrangements could cause downstream harms to distribution partners, related markets, and consumers. Mehta also ruled that Google will need to share some of its search data with competitors going forward. The company is not required to hand over data related to its ads. Mehta's ruling is largely a win for the search giant, which had argued that divesting Chrome or Android would harm Americans and America's global technology leadership. In a statement on Tuesday, Google had concerns about some aspects of the ruling, saying today's decision recognizes how much the industry has changed through the advent of AI, which is giving people so many more ways to find information. Now the court has imposed limits on how we distribute Google services and will require us to share search data with rivals. We have concerns about how these requirements will impact our users and their privacy, and we are reviewing the decision closely. The company previously indicated that it planned to appeal Mehta's original decision, but said in June it would wait for a final decision in the case. Waymo is preparing to launch in 2 more markets. The company announced yesterday that it will expand into both Denver and Seattle. According to CNBC, the company will begin testing with humans behind the wheel this week, bringing up to a dozen vehicles to each location. The rollout will include a mix of the brand's fully electric autonomous vehicles. This has been a busy year for the Alphabet-owned Waymo, which said back in January that it planned to introduce its autonomous vehicles to 10 new cities this year. The company partnered with Uber for its Atlanta launch in June and also rolled out a teen account option in July. Waymo received permits to begin testing its cars in New York City last month. The Federal Trade Commission announced that Disney will pay $10 million to settle allegations that the entertainment giant allowed data collection on YouTube videos meant for children. Under the Children's Online Privacy Protection Rule, also known as COPPA, companies are required to notify parents and obtain parental consent if they collect information from minors. According to the FTC complaint, Disney failed to properly label some YouTube videos as made for kids, which allowed the company to collect data and deliver targeted ads to viewers younger than 13. The proposed order from the FTC would also require Disney to create a review process for determining when and how videos are correctly designated with YouTube's Made for Kids label. YouTube rolled out the Made for Kids tags following a $170 million settlement in 2019 on charges that the video platform had violated COPPA. Google faced an additional settlement of $30 million last month from a similar class action lawsuit. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Carissa Bell and Anna Washenko. and it was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.